Today I'm here with the last lecture of chapter 2, right? In last lecture I'm going to discuss Van de Graaff generator, right? So Van de Graaff generator, so in certain experiment we required high energy particle, right? High energy particle, that means a particle for a certain nuclear experiment, right? We required high energy charged particle, that means high charged particle is moving with high speed, right? So high speed, very high speed. Suppose I want to break any nucleus, right? Suppose this is your nucleus, right? And I want to break nucleus, right? So for breaking purpose, I have to bombard another charged particle on this one, right? To break this nucleus, I have to bombard another charged particle, right, on this one, right? Then it will break, right? But what is problem? So as I'm bombarding this one, nuclear is having also plus charge, right? And this is also having plus charge, right? So this is bending like this. As I'm increasing the speed, it will go closer. It will bend like this. At some speed it will strike to this one, right? At that time nuclear will break, right? But this strike for that one, the speed of this particle is very higher, right? The speed is very higher means how we can provide very higher speed, right? So speed higher means this particle had much kinetic energy, right? So we have to do larger amount of kinetic energy to this one, right? That kinetic energy can be utilized from the potential energy, right? So suppose you know kinetic energy is equal to half mv square, right? Half mv square. And potential energy, you know, right? Potential is equal to E into V. Suppose E is the charge on that particle, right? And V is the potential. So charge is fixed. So to get the higher speed of the particle, we require higher kinetic energy, right? Higher kinetic energy achieved by higher potential energy, right? Okay. So higher potential energy. This potential is very high, about 1 million volt. 1 million volt, right? You can imagine. This light tube is working on how much volt, you know, 220 volt, right? But 1 million volt, that is very high, huh? Right? So to get that much voltage, we require Van de Graaff generator, right? So this is the requirement of Van de Graaff generator, right? And now we are going to discuss how it is working, right? So first point, Van de Graaff, this is a machine that built up high potential, right? That built up high potential, right? So Van de Graaff generator is building up high potential. That means we are able to achieve our goal, right? But our goal is what? To get higher kinetic energy, right? To get higher kinetic energy, we require higher potential. Higher potential is, which one is useful? Van de Graaff generator, right? So this is the use of Van de Graaff generator, right? To break a nucleus, we require higher speed of particle. Higher speed of particle is achieved by higher kinetic energy of a particle, and higher kinetic energy is achieved by higher voltage of potential, right? Okay. So now, so this is a machine that build up high voltage, right? Order of few million volt. Order of few million volt. You can see here, few million is very high voltage, na? And so few million volt, right? And few million volts will produce, and that few million volt will produce high electric field, right? And if electric field is high, particle will accelerate, right, higher, because you know na, acceleration of particle is what? Acceleration is particle is q into E by m. I hope you know this one, right? From where this one is coming, you know, F is equal to Q into E. Force on charged particle in electric field is Q into E. And F is how much? F is ma. So from here we can get this acceleration, right? So to get higher speed we required higher acceleration, to higher acceleration we required higher electric field, and electric field will be able to, that much electric field we are able to create from Van de Graaff generator, right? So somehow you are able to understand what is the application of Van de Graaff generator, right? Okay, so these are the diagram which is related from Van de Graaff generator, right? I will explain it, but to understand Van de Graaff generator I have to discuss two concepts, right? That concept is basically useful in Van de Graaff generator, right? So now I have to go for that. First concept, right? What is that? Suppose two spherical cell, right? Two spherical cell. Okay, this one, and another spherical cell is also present. Okay, so this is bigger spherical cell, this is smaller is having radius r, smaller r, and this is having capital R, right? Charge on this one is Q and this one is capital Q, right? Okay, now suppose first one is not present. Suppose first one is not present. Okay, first sphere is not present, right? So how much is the potential? Suppose first one is not present, then how much is the potential at the surface of, suppose smaller one is not present, right? Then how much is the potential at the surface of this one? You know the formula kq by r, right? For some time you consider smaller one is not present, right? Smaller one is not present, that means then how much is potential on this surface? kq by r, right? And you know inside a spherical cell potential is constant everywhere, right? So here potential is also kq by r. So due to bigger one, inside potential is how much? kq by r, right? Okay, inside potential is kq by r. That means on this surface also there will be potential due to bigger one, right? And that value will be how much? kq by r. Okay. Now I bring another sphere, right? I bring another sphere, right? So how much potential on this surface due to a smaller one? That value will be how much? Due to a smaller one. Due to a smaller one, how much will be the potential? kq by r, right? So a smaller surface, a smaller sphere is also creating some potential, which is because this one is having also charge, right? And that potential is how much? kq by r, because having charge q and radius is r. So see, this much potential on a smaller one due to this much potential on a smaller one due to charge on its surface, right? And this much potential on a smaller one due to charge on bigger surface, right? So total potential on a smaller one. So total potential on a smaller one is how much? So total potential on a smaller one is how much? This plus this. So we can write here kq r plus kq by r, right? Okay, because this much is due to bigger one and this one due to a smaller one, right? A smaller one is also having charge, that will create potential, yes or no? And now we are going to calculate potential on bigger one, right? This much potential is also present on bigger one due to charge on bigger one, right? And this charge will also create potential on this one. That potential will be how much? kq by r, right? Because for this sphere, this surface is outside, so potential will be kq by r, right? So now, what is the potential at bigger sphere? Potential at bigger sphere is kq by r plus kq by r. I hope there will be no doubt. Okay. Now suppose I am going to subtract this one, right? See, these two is cancelled, right? So further we can write b r minus Br is equal to, see, kq by r, kq by r. So kq by r minus kq by r. So further we can write Br minus kq, right? Now you can see kq by r 1 by r minus 1 by r, right? Yes, suppose q is positive, then this value is also positive, yes or no? Because 1 by r is smaller than 1 by r is greater than this 1 by r, right? Because this radius is greater, so this quantity is positive. If q is positive, this quantity will be positive, right? That means Br minus Br minus this Br is coming positive. That means this one is having higher value of potential, yes or no, right? So from this we are able to understand potential at a smaller one is Br is greater than potential at bigger one, yes or no? So now from this expression you are able to understand a smaller one is having potential higher, okay, and bigger one is having lower potential, right? And you know charge will move always from higher potential to lower potential, right? So suppose I am going to connect a wire here, right? Then charge will start moving from higher potential to lower. Inside one is having higher potential or outside one is having lower potential. So charge will move to the higher potential, right? Or what you can also see here, this Q potential is difference is only function of charge on inside one. It is independent of this one, right? So how much is the charge on this one? Charge will always move on bigger one, right? How much is the charge on this one? It will always move to bigger one, right? So from here we are able to see if there is a smaller sphere inside a bigger sphere, right? And then if I am going to connect these two spheres, all charge will move from a smaller to bigger one, right? Because potential of a smaller one is always greater than bigger one, right? That's why all charge move to the smaller one, right? Okay, so I hope everything is clear to you, right? This was your first concept, okay? I will use this concept to explain Van de Graaff generator, right? Now second concept I'm going to discuss, okay? So second concept I have to write here, okay? I know space is not enough, but I will try to manage it, okay? Okay, now you can see second concept. Now suppose this is your smaller sphere, right? And another sphere is also present. This is bigger, this is smaller, okay? And this is having radius R2, this is having radius R1, right? Surface charge density is sigma 1, surface charge density is sigma 2, right? Okay, so first question is done. Now I am going to discuss second concept, right? So this is your smaller sphere, right? Spherical shell, and this is smaller, this is bigger, okay? So this is having surface charge density sigma 1, sigma 2, radius R1, R2, right? Now suppose I am going to connect a wire. Now I connected wire, right? So potential of a smaller one is equal to potential of bigger one because I connected the wire, right? So both is at same potential, right? So the potential is same, so we can write here V1 is equal to V2, right? V1 is potential of this sphere, V2 is potential of this one, right? And now what is V1? V1 is K Q1 by R1 is equal to K Q2 by R2. You know this formula, potential at the surface of a sphere is KQ by R, right? This K is cancelled by this K, right? And what is the value of Q1? You know surface charge density. Q is equal to surface charge density is sigma. Sigma is equal to how much? Q by A, right? So from here we can write, from here Q is equal to sigma into A, right? Sigma into A is the area, right? So similarly we can write Q1 is equal to sigma A1 into A1, right? So Q1 is sigma 1 into A1, right? Sigma. So now I'm going to substitute value of, so here sigma 1 will come, okay? Here sigma 1 will come, okay? And A1 is area of this one. And area of this one is how much? 4 pi R1 square, right? Divided by R1. Similarly, we can write here Q2 into 4 pi R2 square, right? Divided by R2, right? Now you can see 4 pi cancel. This R2 and here R. We can cancel it again. So after this we can write this side, okay? After this we can write this side. So finally we are getting what relation we are getting? Sigma 1 by sigma 2 is equal to R1 by sigma 1 by sigma 2 is equal to R2 by R1, right? So from here you are able to get this relation, right? So from here you are able to see sigma is inversely proportional to R, right? So that result we are going to use. So from here I got what I got. Sigma is inversely proportional to R, right? That means sigma is inversely proportional to R, right? Sigma is surface charge density, right? Yes or no? So if radius is smaller, surface charge density will be greater, right? Okay. So if radius is smaller, surface charge density is greater, right? And you also know this formula. Electric field due to a thin plate sheet. What was the formula? Sigma by 2 epsilon 0, right? Electric field due to thin sheet. What was the formula? Sigma by 2 epsilon 0, right? So see, if radius is smaller, sigma will be greater, right? If sigma is greater, that means electric field will be greater, right? If electric field will be greater, then charge will accelerate, right? Accelerate, yes or no, right? So now the things which is required for explanation of this one I discussed, right? Now I'm going to discuss this figure, okay? So first you try to understand what is the figure. So this is your two pulley, right? This is two pulley 1, pulley 2, and those two pulley is connected through a belt, insulated belt, okay? This is insulated belt, okay? And now this is a pulley, okay? And this one is a spherical cell, okay? Bigger one is a spherical cell. This is one pulley, this is another pulley, right? Now how it is working, right? That one we are going to understand, right? So our main aim is to create higher value of potential. Our main aim is graph generator is mainly used for to create higher value of potential, right? For higher value of potential, this one is your what? This is your spherical cell, right? For higher value of potential, what is required? Higher value of charge on this one, because you know the formula charge on potential due to spherical cell. What was the formula? KQ by R. This K is constant, this is radius of this one, that is also constant, right? But if I want to create higher value of this one, we require higher amount of charge, right? So basically we are trying to bring higher value of charge on this one, right? How charge will come, that one now we are going to understand, right? So see, some basics arrangement we are going to understand. What is the these two is the comb, right? This comb is having this much. Suppose I am going to zoom this part, okay? This part I am going to zoom, okay? And I am going to draw zoomed figure here, okay? So how is that, okay? So suppose this is this part I am zooming in, okay? So see, this one is having very sharp, right? Sharp means radius will be small. Sharp means this, you can see here, this is very sharp, na? So sharp means R will be very smaller, right? Because you know, suppose this is your curve, right? Every curve is the part of a sphere, right? Every curve is a part of a sphere. Suppose on this one, I'm going to draw radius. A sphere will be like this. Suppose I'm going to draw a sphere on here. It will come in this side, right? So here you can see this is your radius, and here this is your radius. Which one is having higher value of radius? This one. So if radius is higher, radius of curvature is higher, that means surface charge density will be lower, right? Surface charge density will be lower, so electric field will be here lower, and here will be electric field higher. So suppose here electric field is E1, right, and here electric field is E2. So we can say here E1 is greater than E2. Okay. So reason behind why we are making a sharp edge, okay, in this curve, this reason, right? Reason is if this is very sharp, so radius of curvature will be very small, right? Radius of curvature will be very small, surface charge density will be very high, right? And surface charge density is very high, electric field will be very high, right? So charge will accelerate. So now, see, this is your battery, right? This is your battery, we can say. This is I connected a battery, and one end of the battery is zero potential, right? So other at higher potential, right? Okay. So here, this is your insulating, right? See, this insulating belt, right? Insulating belt is in contact with this comb. It's very close, right? So what is going to happen on this place? First I am going to understand that one, right? So see, this is this terminal of batteries. Okay, now we have to draw like this. See, this is higher potential of the battery, right? So higher potential, that means this terminal is positive, right? So this one is also positive, right? So this is your insulating belt. Belt will have, belt is what? Made up of insulating material, right? So belt is made up of insulating material, so it will have equal number of positive and negative charge, right? But as this one is moving like this and coming closer to this one, right? What would happen here? This one is positive, right? All positive charge. So positive, this positive will start attracting electron from this surface. So as this one is moving and it will come to this position, electron is start moving on this one. So electron may move toward this one. Now electron is went this way, right? So on now electron, initially there was no charge. Number of electron is equal to number of proton, right? But now electron is bent, right? So what happened now? Positive charges appear on the belt, right? Yes. So this positive charge is, belt is moving, rotating like this, okay? So this positive charge will move to this one, right? This positive charge will move to this one, right? As this positive charge is moving here, another form is present, right? And now see, this is your inside, this one is inside, and this is your outside. You know, inside potential is higher, right? As I discussed, inside potential is higher. PR is greater than this one. So inside the potential higher, right? And outside potential is lower. So charge will move from higher to lower. So this positive charge here, this positive charge will come here and it will move. It will move to the bigger sphere, right? So see, from here charge is coming and from here charge is going to the bigger sphere, right? So charge is going to the bigger sphere. So charge is increasing on bigger sphere, right? So potential will increase on bigger sphere, right? So our goal will achieved, right? So this way your Van de Graaff generator is working, right? So this is all about Van de Graaff generator. So whatever things you want to write it, okay? And I will provide notes regarding this one, right? I will write everything on notes and I will give it to you, right? You are able to download it from link given in your description box. Okay. Okay, so here I got Cura, that was wrong. So you correct it. This one is sigma 2. Okay. So further you get this expression, so we are able to understand it. Okay. So I hope everything is clear to you, right? So this is all about your Venn graph generator. Okay. So time is almost up now, right? So it's difficult to discuss new things and solve new question. So, but still I'm going to give you one question, right? And that question you try to get the answer, right? I will give question, right? I'm not going to give you answer, right? You try to get answer of that question. That question is very easy and tricky, right? So try to get answer of that question. And if you know that, if you know answer of that question, comment it in comment box. Okay. So now I'm writing this question. Just see what is the question. So this question is very tricky and easy. You are able to understand it. You are able to answer it. Okay. So see the question. What you will do if you want discharge a conductor to, if you want to discharge a conductor, right? So what do you do if you want to discharge a conductor completely, right? So this is your question. Try to get the answer. So if you know, if you are able to get the answer, write down in comment box. Okay. So that's all for today.